Wow, I was not expecting these guys to get such positive feedback, but hey, I'm all for it. And I was thinking as I watched the views rise on this video, and something came to my attention, that being Goji Center's Practice Aquatic War, which in my opinion is just something to advertise their membership. Well, after some thinking, I decided to officially open a competition for you guys to challenge the aquatic oligarchy. To start, these fights will take place in open water, Twilight Zone and above. So in other words, there won't be much to camouflage around, no coral reefs, no sand, nothing. As I said, it's open water, so you want to make something that's able to hold its ground and not something that might grow tired of swimming and eventually sink. These fights will be taken under realistic measures, including how your hybrid might react to the initial fight, possible strategies your hybrids could organize when attacking, and different battles that could play out. Not to say that I'm going to cherry pick and say because of one scenario where you lose, you end up not making the final bracket. Basically, after every scenario has really been evaluated, I'll probably pick the one that sounds the coolest, and the overall result will be based off who wins most of the scenarios. So in other words, if you end up submitting a hybrid that somehow, in no way, shape, or form, can lose to the aquatic oligarchy, then of course I'll set up a battle scenario and then they'll move on. Simple as that. So in other words, expect there to be a little bit of story, but no bias. Now, the aquatic oligarchy do fight in a group, although you are allowed to request a 1v1. Only thing is, if you do request a 1v1, the hybrid you submit has to be beneath 30,000 pounds. And if you fight two of them, your hybrid has to be below 40,000 pounds. And if you want to fight all three, it can be as large as you want. Now, if you want to submit a team to fight the aquatic oligarchy, the team can be at most 5 members, and it doesn't matter what size they are, as long as in total it doesn't exceed 70,000 pounds, giving you a bit of leeway since the aquatic oligarchy in total is only 60,000 pounds. Now, of course, if your hybrid has an unrealistic weight stat, that might be pointed out, and that might prevent the battle from taking place. With the actual fighting scenario aside, here is how the hybrids will be judged. Now let's get to how they'll be judged. Of course, since it's an event hosted by yours truly, they will be judged on creativity. It won't be a factor that will make you lose unless it's a direct copy of something. A direct copy, I don't think I have to explain that, but if your hybrid is creative, it will be given more leeway on other things. And of course, it will also be judged on how practical it is, since of course, the point of this is less to show how strong your hybrid is, and more to seek possible improvement if you think it could be improved. And it will also be judged on all the usuals like congruence, and really everything that has been mentioned before, and of course how well it can perform against the aquatic oligarchy in a fight, and possibly how it might do against other animals in case you want to make something extra versatile. And of course, finally, after everything is said and done, I will be taking some time to possibly give ideas on how you could improve your hybrid, or overall just point out its main issues and give recommendations that you don't have to use, but could be helpful in case you need them. And, well, yeah, so that's it for how they will be judged. In terms of how you submit your hybrid, these are the bare minimum required. Of course, a weight that fits the requirements of however many hybrids you're submitting and who you want to fight, the bite force, the speed, preferably a cruising speed, and sprinting speed, but if you just want to provide one, then I can still work with that. Preferably, it would be nice if you would also give other details on your hybrid, such as the style in which it fights and more, although if these aren't provided, then they will be assumed when the judging of the battle takes place. Such assumptions will be based off contributors in the genome and how the animal would most likely behave if something isn't already set. So, in other words, if you were to submit a large, tanky animal, I wouldn't assume that it would get tired by chasing because that's how it wants to fight, and rather assume that it probably plays everything more defensive, whereas if you submitted something more akin to, say, a barracuda, and didn't provide details on behavior, I would assume it's something more ravenous and offensive-based. Other than that, I just need the length, and of course, at least a mild description of what each contributor is used for. I'll try to go over as many of the submissions as I can, usually just giving brief descriptions depending on how many I get and how overwhelming the amount is. Out of all the hybrids that are submitted, approximately 16 will be chosen, and they will participate in a competition. The finalists will receive part of them, of course, fighting the aquatic oligarchy, with the official winner, hopefully, if I get around to it, getting animation of them fighting with Galbadrak, Gantamur, and Bayan. Of course, if you submit something, I expect y'all's best work, and I hope to not be disappointed. In terms of getting your submissions to me, I'll take submissions through Discord or videos, and if you make a post, I would prefer that you comment letting me know you've made it, just so I know where to find it. Y'all have till June 20th to submit your hybrids, so I'll be waiting.